Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode number 6 of our FC26 career mode with Bolton Wanderers. Now, I was told in one of the comments to promote Lloyd Yandel into the first team and send him out on loan, as that would make him grow much quicker, and hopefully we can have him as a first team player either from the January transfer window where we could recall him, or at the start of next season. And that is exactly what I'm going to look to do here. Paul Fox, who's got excellent potential, is still only 15 years of age. So we could actually promote him to the first team. Now, I thought you couldn't do this until the player turns 16. That's good to see that you can now promote a 15-year-old to the first team. It will be a loan move for both players. If we can get both players out on loan, we will promote. Currently too young. I thought so. I was gonna say, unless that has changed recently, that wasn't possible. But it's just gonna be Lloyd Yandel, who is 17 years of age. We will promote him to the first team, and hopefully we can get him out on loan. We're back in front of the home fans here at the Toughsheet Arena, facing a good Middlesbrough side. By the way, the last time we faced this team, I talked about how good their new head coach has been, Kim Helberg. He's done an amazing job with this team. It's Big Sam leading the line for us. Let's see the Borough start at 11. They've got the likes of Castledine in there. They have got Strelec up front as well. Strelec and Conway, by the way, two very good strikers at this level. I think Middlesbrough have won 6 out of their last 9 games in real life. 2 draws and a defeat in there, and that defeat coming against top of the league, Coventry, if I'm not mistaken. 3-1 defeat earlier on, not too long ago. It would have been about 3-4 weeks ago. They suffered that defeat. Oh, what a chance for Strelec to put Barrow in front here. How has he missed that? How has he missed that chance? We're having a tough moment at home at the moment. I don't think we're yet to win a home game this season, whether that's in the league. Oh, referee! Referee! How is that not a penalty? That is as obvious as a penalty as you'd ever see. When you watch that again, you just slow that down and see how late the defender was there. I'm not sure how we haven't got that decision. That decision might come back to haunt us in this game. How was that not a penalty? Although, if we keep playing like this, giving possession away so easily, we might end up not even taking a point from this game, and that's going to be a yellow card. Of course, the referee is going to give the free kick there. That's as clear as obvious as the penalty, by the way. Inside to Erahon. Erahon now finds his midfield partner. Referee plays advantage. It's Javi Simons out wide. There's the underlapping run, back to Simons, outside to Mendes Gomez. Oh, some lovely football here. Surely Randall, 1-0. Oh my goodness. That is one of the best chances of the game. That's certainly one of the best chances of the game. When you don't get a penalty that you are clearly supposed to get, and you miss an opportunity like that, all of a sudden you begin to think, things might not be going your way. Yeah, big save from the goalkeeper. But where is the defense to help the goalkeeper out there? The goalkeeper should have maybe have a little bit of a stronger hands there to push that one far away. But he's put it on the plate for David Strelec, who has just tapped it all. Oh, it's not our day, is it? It's not our day. Referee's decision haven't helped. We have missed 1 or 2 chances of our own. And late in the second half here, Middlesbrough will make it 2, and that's game over now. 8 to 9 minutes. Strelec with his second goal of the game. And this is surely going to be our first defeat of the season. We're not doing well at home this season. It's got to improve. It's really got to improve. If you want to stay up, your home form has to be what keeps you up. We're making it up though by doing quite decent away from home, but home form has to improve. So we have got a transfer deadline day offer here for Lloyd Yandel from AVS Football, the Portuguese side. It looks like not a bad league to send out a young player for development, is it? But we will wait and see if we can get 1 or 2 more offers, and we can consider all of our options for the young wide midfielder. let's go on there and look at the options that we have got here for a striker. We've got a few options. We've got 67 rated Ethan Whitley from Manchester United, who we could pick up on loan. It's got decent height, 6'2". He's got pace. His hold-up play is not too bad. I mean, he can improve in some of the technical aspects of the game, but he's still very young. He's 20 years of age, of course. We've got Harry Leonard. Again, it looks like, just like Whitley, he can play on the shoulders of the defenders, and he can also, if we need him to, be that sort of target man as well. Not as quick as the other option, but he's got decent enough pace there. We've got, again, Dan Ballard, 5'10", not as tall as the other two players, but he's got pace about him. I mean, ball control is much better there, much better finishing as well than the other two players. But he's the most expensive option that we have got on the shortlist here at £2.2 million. We've got Joe Taylor, who is more of a striker that wants to get him behind. A lot of pace there. Finishing not quite as good. Technically, he can still improve, but he's 23 years of age and 5'7". And finally, we've got Peter Christensen, who we are still scouting at the moment. We will get his final scout report in the next 11 days. It looks like he might be the better option technically. He's got pace, a lot of pace about him, but I think the option that we will go for here, certainly for the short term, we've only got just under £5 million. We have got the goalkeeper who we brought in on loan from Crystal Palace. We would like to make that deal permanent at the end of the season. We have got the option, and to be able to do that, you need funds at the end of the season, and we still need a little bit as well to be able to spend in the January transfer window if we need to. So what I will do here is go for the young striker at 6'2", 20 years of age from Manchester United, Ethan Whitley, to bring him in on loan. It's just going to be a straight loan here that we will try and do. No option to buy, just for the remainder of the season. You know what though, let's go for the short-term loan here and then assess our options again when the January transfer window opens. Okay, they only want to send him out on loan for the whole of the season. I'm happy with that. It wouldn't have been my first option, but I'm happy with that. Come on, Sir Jim, 60% of his wages. I know he's into his cost cutting and things like that and sacking of people to save money, but come on, for the benefits of the youngster, we have to pay less than that. I mean, Crystal Palace allowed us to pay 40% of our goalkeeper's wages. I'm sure Manchester United would accept the same. I thought for a second there they were going to walk away. But 40% of his wages, we will pay that until the end of the season. It depends on how he's performing. If he's not doing as well as we want him to do, we could terminate that loan early. We could maybe look to bring him up to sign him on a permanent. I don't think he's going to ever play for Manchester United, if I'm being honest. But we could make that deal permanent. It's not an option to buy, but we can sit down again and try and negotiate with Manchester United if he impresses for us on loan in the Championship. He doesn't even have to move much, to be honest. I mean, Bolton, Manchester United, both in the northwest of England. He doesn't have to travel much or move much. So that's a perfect loan opportunity for him. And the youngster have said yes to the move to Bolton Wanderers. I think it's going to be a good loan move for him. He gets the number 9 shirt as well, which is good to see. Good luck to him for the remainder of the season here at Bolton Wanderers. Hopefully, he can score a few goals for us from now until the end of the season. And Yandul says yes to AVS. He will be heading to Portugal for the remainder of the season. Like we said, it's not a bad league for player development. Probably one of the best leagues you can send a youngster, especially as well for wide players to be able to develop. I'm hoping it's a good loan move for him, and he comes back next season a better player for us. And some big money moves there in the transfer deadline day. Rodrigo to Liverpool, who's of course suffered an ACL injury in real life, which is sad to see. A fantastic young player like that. He's not going to be going to the World Cup as well. Yuri Timber, a little bit of a surprise for £92 million to Real Madrid. So Real Madrid investing that money. They go for Rodrigo immediately. Rafael Leao to Borussia Dortmund for £60 million. That's cheap. That is really cheap. But that is it for the transfer deadline day here. And we will now progress for the remainder of the, or until the January transfer window opens, I should say, with what we have got right here. It's still a small squad, but that gives us the option to still, if we need to, promote one or two players from the youth academy and to help us so far. I'm hoping this team would be enough, this squad will be enough to remain competitive until the January transfer window reopens. And up next here, away from home in the Championship, it is Derby County, a team that we've already faced and won against this season, although that victory came in the penalty shootout. We want to do one better here. We want to win the game in 90 minutes. Otherwise, it will be a point. As we know, there are no penalty shootouts in the league. That is pretty much identical starting 11 from Derby County to the team they put out in the EFL Cup. For us, Ethan Whitley is on the bench for his name can be a handful sometimes, by the way. Yeah, Whitley is on the bench for us for this one. Sam Dolby, whilst he's been in good form this season, he will continue to keep that starting shirt. Who knows? At some point, if Whitley starts playing games and starts scoring goals, he might end up taking over as our starting striker. But for now, we do know if we play to the strength of Dolby, if we put crosses into the box, he can be a handful for pretty much any defender out there in the world. First opportunity here goes to Derby County. Big save from the goalkeeper. We have been giving silly possessions away. That's been the story of our game so far. Just giving away silly possessions. We've got to improve in possession, man. Otherwise, Derby County, with the likes of Morris up front, have certainly got the ability to punish you once again. Not looking too comfortable in possession. But Taylor turns. Clayton Taylor. He finds Sam Dolby. Down Dolby. Buries that one. Now, that's not a typical Dolby goal, but as long as you get him in and around the boxes, in and around the box like that, we know his movement is good. We know he's strong in the air. We know he can finish. He gets his third goal of our championship season, and Clayton Taylor gets his second assist since the move from the Australian League, by the way. And it's not, we don't talk about him too much, Clayton Taylor. We know he's got the pace, we know he's got the finishing ability, but so far he's yet to score a goal for us. But one thing he's doing though is he's creating chances. He's getting a few assists for us, 2 assists for him so far. And when your attacking players are not scoring goals, you definitely still want them to have that creative edge about them to still be able to play in their teammates. And at the moment, Clayton Taylor is doing just that for us. Finally, we're beginning to get better in possession as the half progresses. Osai Tutu playing from out wide. He's offside. What a goal that would have been, by the way. Build-up was fantastic. The final pass there, almost perfect. But Osai Tutu just went too early. And it's not going to count. It's still 1-0 though. I keep saying, I feel like in the championship, in this division, you have to almost score that second goal to be able to see or to collect all 3 points. It's one of those competitions where one goal is not enough. You barely see 1-0 victories in the championship. It's incredible. Substitutions here, a couple of them from Derby County. At some point in this game, I want to bring on Whitley if we can, but at the moment, that's beautiful. We'll lay that one off to Dolby. Dolby with his second, surely. Just couldn't connect. Just couldn't find the corner there. Come on, 85 minutes. The chances we've missed in this game. It could well be one of those games where Derby County gets a late goal again, just as they did in the EFL Cup. One last defending to do there. Ben Osborne over the top of the crossbar. And Travis here is substituted as well. What a chance. And that's it. We did end up seeing the game out to take our 3 points. It's very difficult to keep a clean sheet, It's very difficult to win by that 1-goal margin. But it's the big man up front, Big Sam Dolby, with a crucial goal here for us to give us all 3 points away from home. And for our second month of Youth Academy scouting, starting in England, we are scouting for defensive reinforcements. I don't think anyone is good enough to get the promotion. Okay, Danny Brown, who is 5'10" and a centre back, left-footed. We will let's scout him a little bit further and see if that potential, if he can keep that potential, we will promote him. The same as Perkins here, 72 to 94 potential. We will give them an opportunity, both players, to see whether they can retain that potential. The rest of them, though, we will get rid of them. And up next year in Scotland, where we're looking for midfield reinforcement, Forsyth, we will keep on scouting. I do like the look of that potential. Kirk Duncan, we will also keep on scouting, as well as Reese and Sutherland, we will keep on scouting. The other three, we will get rid of them here. And finally here in Wales, where we're scouting for attacking reinforcement, Ethan Evan, we will scout rid of him. And we will do the same here for Reese and Phoenix as well. Second month, we haven't been able to promote or give anyone a scholarship at the moment into that youth academy. But there are a couple of players here that we will scout further. Who knows what will happen in the next month or two. As we know, our home form has not been the best this season. We are yet to win a game in the league at home. But we are back at the Toughsheet Community Stadium here, hoping to do that for the first time with one of the best defensive record in the division as well. 3 goals conceded. It's good though, it gives you something to build on, especially when you score that first goal. It gives you the chance to at least get something out of this game. And so far, we are defending quite well. Going forward, we need to start scoring a few more goals. But I'll take what we're doing at the moment. It's only the start of things here at Bolton Wanderers. But Stanfield, they've got 2 decent attacking number 10 and number 9 there. Stanfield playing just behind Furuhashi, and when you play against Furuhashi, you know you are in for a tough time. The striker, he's one of those attacking players that puts pressure on you. He's just a handful. He never stops running. The Celtic fans will tell you about him. I don't think he's played that many games for Birmingham, maybe, to impress the fans. Oh, Sam Dolby on the far post. That would have been some well-worked corner there. What a save from the goalkeeper. How have we not scored that chance from Dolby on the far post, by the way? We've done pretty much everything right there. The goalkeeper making a wealthy of a save to stop us from going 1-0 in front. But Birmingham right now dominating the ball, moving us around. We're having to see deep defend and absorb the pressure. He's hit the crossbar. And Demari Gray, out of nowhere, heads that one home to put the away team in front. And once again, we are struggling in front of the home fans. Got a little bit of time to turn this one around, though. When you concede very early in the first half like this, you don't want to concede very early. But if there's any time to concede a goal, you would want it to be that early in the first half, as you've got the rest of the game to turn things around. Oh, Big Sam again. When you put crosses into the box like this, he's a handful. He gets his 4th of our championship season, and that is the left back Conway putting in a magnificent cross from that left hand side. I want to see this. I want to see more of this from the fullbacks, by the way. No, it's not all the time you want your wingers to be doing the crossing. Sometimes you want the wingers to tuck in and you give the width to the fullback to be able to get out wide, whip crosses into the box. And we've got a striker in form like this. You've got a chance. I said, if there's a time to concede a goal, it's very early in the first half. There is the other fullback, Swansea, this time whipping one. Oh, it's Aaron. He's not the tallest of players, but he somehow got up quite early. Oh, I tell you what, he should have done a little bit better there. That's it for the end of the first half. Hopefully, we will be even better in the second half. That was a very good first half from us, by the way. Substitutions here, not too much has gone on in the second half. Vincente replacing the goal scorer, Demari Gray. We will ourselves also bring on Ethan Wheatley here, who will replace Sam Dolby up front for us. Let's see if the youngster on loan from Manchester United can come on to make the difference. Osai Tutu also replaced by Thierry Gale, one of the other substitutions that we have made. And Josh Sheehan replacing Arahon in midfield. One-touch football here. Is he going to make the run? Okay. Oh, almost playing in Whitley there, but excellently defended. We've got to be careful though. If you concede a goal by this time of the game, it's almost certainly whoever scores the goal now goes on to collect all 3 points. I don't think he realized how much space he had there for Toughsheet. That should have been the second. And that's it. It's a 1-1 draw. Very entertaining game, you know, especially that first half. A lot of chances created from both sides. Both teams not being able to take all of those chances. And at the end, a draw, probably the best result. And the boys are back on the pitch again. This time, though, a different competition. The Carabao Cup at Portman Road. It's Kieran McKenna's Ipswich Town who is looking to get something out of this one to progress to the next round. Of course, heavy favourites, you would think, going into this game. And the starting 11 they have put out there, it shows they have got every intention in progressing to the next round. Whitley makes his starting debut for us here at number 9. I mean, if he can score the goals for us in the cup competition, that might, at the moment, Dalby is doing the job in the league, so it makes it difficult to break through into that starting 11 at the moment. But he gets the goal. If he gets the goals in the cup games, it just allows us to introduce him slowly into the league games then. I mean, goals, it's not just important getting the goals for a striker to send us through into the next round. It also, goals means confidence for strikers, isn't it? If he gets a goal here, all of a sudden, he comes on earlier in the league, gets a goal for himself in the league. What a chance there. Is that Schmodix? I'm not sure who that was for Ipswich Town. But whoever it was, not too far. Oh, come on. I thought for a second there, he gave possession away. Temple, he's not played too many games for us this season, so wouldn't be any surprise if he's a little bit rusty. But here is the space for Simon, who finds his midfield partner. It's Sheeran, the skipper. Oh, Whitley trying to guide that one home from a difficult angle after the save from the goalkeeper. But Ipswich get away with one there. 27 minutes into the game, it's fair to say we have created the best chance of the game so far. Ipswich had one earlier that just went narrowly off target. But we're looking quite good for money here in terms of getting something out of this game. It's only first half, but we're looking impressive. Out wide. Got Egley back to Clark, the right back. Clark back to Egali, I believe. Taylor now to Schmodix. Schmodix tries to find Harry Amas. Oh, the left back just couldn't get there in time. Excellent defending though. And we will go into the break 0-0 in the Carabao Cup here. We would like to win this game to progress to the next round, of course. And we are in it. You stay in the game into the second half, late into the game, especially when you're not favourites to win it. All of a sudden, favourite starts to panic and you just never know. Whitley on the 10 and Whitley on the finish. Oh, what a goal. Now, again, when I think about the sort of goals that I would imagine him to score for us, given that he's a pacey striker, to use his body quite well like this, I didn't see that one coming. But incredible finish. I mean, different sort of players, different sort of profiles in this team. You would expect different type of qualities from them, if you know what I mean. The likes of Osai Tutu and the rest of other wingers that we have, I expect them to score more when we play on the break. Big Sam, I expect him to win headers in the box. Whitley, I expect him to be that last man running on the shoulders of the defence. But he scored a different type of goal there. Lovely build-up. Oh, that's the second. It is Mendes Gomes. He wanted that one more than the defence. Big save from the goalkeeper. But look at that for wanting it more. And he stabs it home, toe pokes it home for the second. And that's it. We're going into the next round of the Carabao Cup. I can't even believe we've managed to get ourselves into the 4th round here. And the longer we stay in the competition, you never know. We are doing great right now as a team, I've got to say. A lot of things are going our way. Ethan Whitley getting his first goal for us as well since that loan move from Manchester United. We are 10th in the championship We've only lost the one game this season. We haven't played too many. I keep saying that because I do believe the tough games are coming. Our next game is against Hull City, who, I mean, they finished in the top 6 last season, didn't they? Hull City. Leicester at top of the league. We will be playing Leicester pretty soon as well. Of course, our old club. A mini derby in that one, by the way. That is going to be a newly created derby. Bolton Wanderers against the team that sacked me, Leicester City. I mean, you could say they have made the right decision, given that they're top of the league. Stoke are second, Sheffield United are third. You have got West Brom, Wolves, and Swansea making up the top 6 there. The bottom 3 at the moment, you've got Preston North End, Birmingham, and Charlton Athletic. In terms of individual performances, though, in the team, Dalby is probably the man. Big Sam, he's scored 4 goals in the championship for us this season. And I do believe as well the likes of Mendes Gomes, a goal and an assist. We're not scoring too many goals at the moment, but I do believe as we gel together as a team, that is only going to improve. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.